Okay, so hello everyone. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen? Can anyone just tell me? Is it visible or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. So today we will talk about week 3 previous year assignment 3. Okay. So before going to there, there were some questions according to that deep copy and shallow copy, and there was one example we were talking about. So I just want to go through a little bit. Let me tell only 5 or 10 minutes on this, and after that we will start today's session for the week 3 assignment. Okay. And one more thing was there. There was one question from one of the student that in that assignment. Yes. Is anyone telling something? Hello. Okay. Do you have any question? If you have any question, then you can ask me, or otherwise we will start today's session. And in today's session, we will basically talk about the previous year week 3 questions. But before going there, I will just a little bit recap what is deep, shallow, and deep copy and shallow copy. So that we will do, because in that last class there was some questions on these things. So this we will do, and after that we will talk about that one problem which was given in week 2 assignment, and there one of the student got some problem, like there was like time limit exceed or something like that it was showing. So we will maybe talk about this one as well. And anything else? Oh, and then there we will talk about that week 2 previous year assignment. I have given three HWs there. So maybe you all have done these things, or if you don't did not do these things, then we will just go through these things a little bit more, and after that we will see what were the previous year assignment 3 questions. And I think there was 3 questions at most, so obviously 3 questions means it will not take that much time to cover. So before going to there, I will just wrap up these things. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. There is no problem on that. Where should I write? There is no page. Okay, fine. I can write here. Yeah. Just a minute. And you can see there is for the week 3, there for the week 3 case you can see that there is no quiz like thing, there is only programming assignment. So you have to write the program, and sir was given some problems. On these problems you have to write the program. That is the thing for the week 3 case, and there was no quiz according of that programming assignment. Okay. So there was three problems were there, so we will go there, but before that I just want to tell you what is deep and shallow copy. So array. So, deep and shallow copy, but before going there, I just want to tell you one thing. In that last year, last class, there was one thing, like there was something x, and let's say x was something like 2, 3, 4, something. Then there was some string a, b, c. Then there was another 2, then 5, then 8. Let's say like that, it was like one list was there, and inside of there was a nested list. So you can see here, this is the nested list, and these are the elements of this original list, right? I mean the previous list. And there one question was there, if I write y equals to x, this one, and let's say w equals to x, this 50. So this type of questions were there. So what does this means and what does this means? So there one student was asking that what is the meaning of this one? I mean the w equals to x colon 50, and what does this means that if I write it up y equals to x, and is it something, I mean, is this something related to deep or shallow copy or not? Okay, so this type of question was there. So to have the knowledge of this deep and shallow copy, uh, before going there, I just want to tell you what does these two means. This like y equals to x. This is nothing but simply a assign. Okay, like like there was, I told in that very first class of the Python that like if I have y equals to 5, that means I am assigning the value of y as 5. If I just want to change, let's say in the second line I was just changing y equals to y plus 1, so obviously our new y is becoming as 6. That's it. So it's nothing but the simply the assigning a value to a variable. That's the thing. So exactly same thing is happening here. Y equals to x. That means y is nothing but it is just representing our x. So if I want to change here something in x, let's say x 0 1. So 0 1 means obviously 0 means like it is giving the first least position. So this is the original simple list, and inside that simple list there is a nested list, right? So 0 means 0th position of that simple list. 0th position of the simple list is this one. Now 1 means 0th and first. So 0th and first, that means this one. So this one, if I write here, let's say 90, then what will happen for the x? Obviously x will change, like 3 will be replaced by 90. But if I want to say what is the value of y here, then again it will exactly come as x, like just replacing 3 by 90, right? Because there is nothing as a copy. It is not a copying. It is just assigning the value, like we are just naming that x list as y list. So whatever the change will be there in x, that exactly it will follow the y values. Let's say if I write here x 2. So 2 means what? Like 0th, 1, 2. So this is related to this term. So if let's say I'm writing here x2 equals to 10, then what will happen? Our in that x, that 2 is replacing by 10. Exactly, if I want to print the y value, there also you can see that 2 is replacing by 10. So that means what? There it is nothing but assigning the value of all the list in y. Whatever the list element was there in x, that is exactly going to assign as y name. That's it. So there is no copy like thing. Like copy in Python has two names. One is deep copy and shallow copy. So y equals to x. There is nothing like copy thing. It is just as assign. Okay, just y equals to 5, y equals to y plus 1 gives a new value of y. The exactly same thing is happening here, y equals to x. But if I want to write here as w equals to x, this. So what does this means? It was like a, I mean, what is this meaning? The meaning is like if our x was like what was there? It was previously this one, that 2 3 4 ABC 2 5 8. So if I want to write here that w equals to x, then 50, then this means that from the 0th element to the 49th element. So obviously here we can see 0 1 0 1 2 3 4. Only 4 elements were there, 5 elements are there. So obviously it will exactly print whatever it is given in x, right? But w with this notation, it will represent as a shallow copy. This is not a assign, as I told you here that y equals to x, that is simply a assigned value of x as named y. But y, if I am writing w equals to x in bracket colon 50, that means it is x, w is making a shallow copy of x. Okay, now what is the difference between this one and this one? Obviously there will be some differences. Let me write here the differences. Let's say our x was 1 2 3 a b c, then 2, then 5 8, like that. Now if I write here w as x 50, that means It is a shallow copy. So shallow copy means what? I will just give a pictorial representation also so that it will be clear to all. But the thing at the very first, if I want to change here, let's say what? Zeroth point and zeroth position and then zeroth position. So zeroth position means it is 1. So if I want to write here 1 by 90, then our x will be, in that x, 1 will be replaced by 90, right? That is fine, no problem. But if I want to write here w, then w will come exactly as x, where 1 is replaced by 90. It was in the previous case as well, right? But if I write here x, let's say 2. 2 means 0, 1, 2. That means this term. This term, if I want to write here, let's say 80. Then x, in that x, 2 is going to replace by 80. But for w case, it will be like what was there? 90, 2, 3, then A, B, C, then it will be 80, then 5, then 8.
Ma'am,
Yes.
one question. On x 0 of 0
Yes.
is coming 1. Then
Yeah.
how now what is the assignment of 90 in which position?
Okay. So A
The
0,
1
0,
will be
0, 0 means this position, right? So this is
yes,
1. This value is 1 right now. But I am
yes,
going to write this
yes.
1 as 90. So what will happen? That 1 will be replaced by 90. So our
Okay.
I will show by help of this. Okay, maybe I can. Yes, this one. Where it is? Oh, it's coming. Hmm. See, if I just write here, then it will be clear. Let me write here x. So x is what? X is here. Let's say 1, 3, 4. I'm just writing just randomly. Then there A, B, C. Then you can write here, let's say 5, 7, 9, like that. So this is x. Now, if I going to write here y equals to x, the previous one, whatever we were doing right just before that one, that just assigning the value. So y equals to 1, that is not giving any type of copy thing. So it is just assigning the value. So what does this means? If I write here y, then exactly x is there, right? Very good. Now I just want to write here, let's say tooth term. Tooth term means 0, 1, 2. That means tooth term was what? 5, right? But right now I just want to write here 90. So 5 will be replaced by 90. Okay, let me see. 5 is replaced by 90. Now, if I want to write here y value, what is the y value? Y value will be exactly what the x is. Okay. Now the same thing, if I just want to write here 0th, 1th component. So 0th, 1th component, that means it is giving a nested list element. So in the nested list element, 0th 1, 0, 1 means which term we are talking about? Can you tell me? X 0, 1.
The value is 3, man. Value is 3.
It is 3. Okay. But I am going to replace, it is 3 only because 0th, 1th component, 1th element. So it is 3. But I am going to replace it by 30, let's say. So then x will be, you can see 3 is replaced by 30. Now if I want to write here y, that is exactly as x. Okay. So that means what? X and y, if I am writing here y equals to x, that means whatever the x was there and whatever I will change in x, that will directly change to y. That is the thing. Exactly simple as a assign character. But if let's say I'm going to change here as in y.
Man, in this case, it is mutable, man.
Yeah.
Y is equal to x. Yeah, is it mutable, right? This is.
No, like integers itself are not a immutable, that is immutable. But the thing is that if
Okay.
I'm writing y equals to x, that means there is nothing copy like thing. We will show what will happen
Okay.
if the copy is there. It is just simply the
Okay.
assignment. We are just naming that
Okay.
as x. Just after this line we are just assigning the name as y. That's it. So if I going to write
So
here y02, y02 means it was 4. You can see here it is 4. Now if I write here, let's say 20. So y02 I am just changing to 20. Then y value will be 30. I mean 4 will be replaced by 20. Okay. Now if I want to see what is x, x is exactly whatever the right now the y is. Okay. So that means if I am writing y equals to x, that means there is no copy like thing. It is exactly the assign case. Okay. Now come to the copy thing. So for copy thing, maybe I can do, yes. So I'm writing here now in my case. Okay, let me close the already point. Just sorry. Now I'm just again writing here x equals to 2, 4, 6. Very good. Then 7, 8, 9. Then 12 like that. Okay. Okay. So this is my x. If I just want to print, this is x. Okay. Now our w is x 0. Let's say 90. So what does this means? This will just print whatever it is, but it is a shallow copy. What does this means by shallow copy? That I will write now. So in that case of y, we have seen that there was whatever we are changing in that nested list, as well as in simple list, the same change is coming as y as well as in x, right? But for that shallow copy, if I want to write here, let's say w, let's say third component. Third component was what? 0th, 1, 2, 3. That means third component was 9. I can see that one also. It is 9. Okay. But now, if I want to change this one to 90, okay, then what will be the value of w? That is exactly whatever we just want. But if I want to see what is x, now you can see that for x, it is not changing. X is exactly before it was. So it is not changing to 90. It is exactly what it was for x. But if I want to write here 0th component and then first component. So 0th component, first component was what? 4, because 2, 4, 6. So if I want to change this value, let's say 60, then I am going to write here w is what? 266 and then 7, 8, 9, 12. Now I am just going to write it what is the x value. Now you can see that for x case, nested inside the nested list it is changing, but outside the nested list it is not changing. Okay. I mean, if it will be a little bit pictorial, then it will be good for your understanding. So, simple.
ma'am, if you don't mind, ma'am, can you please change the X? Can you
Yeah,
please
sure.
can
Yeah.
you please change the X now and can you
Okay,
see the
sure.
W?
Sure. So now our x is this one. Okay. Now I am going to change for x case. So let me write here x1. So x1 was what? 7. So I am going to change that one to, let's say, what? 89. Okay. So now x is obviously changing. 7 is changing to 89. Now I want to see that what is the value of w in that case. If I want to see the w case, you can see that it is not changing. It is exactly coming as it was. Okay. But
Okay.
now let me write here 0th component of x and let's say 0, 1, 2. 2th component. I mean 2 component. So let's say this was 6, right? But I'm going to change it as 70. So now our x is, just a minute. Now you can see that our x is changing. Yeah, 6 is changing to 70. Okay, very good. But now I just want to write here what is w. That is, yeah, where I was, sorry. Yeah. So now our x is 0 to 70 and x is 260 70. Now what is happening? W is changing inside that nested list, but it is not changing in the outside of the nested list.
Yes.
Yes. So the shallow copy is what that I will tell you in pictorially here. Maybe I will have some page that will be good. Oh, okay. Okay. This page is fine. So if I just have a pictorial representation, at the very first it was something, then 2, 4, 6, 8 something, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now for shallow copy, what is happening here?
Outside is not changing, inside is getting nested.
Yeah.
Values are
Oh,
getting
so
changed.
very. Okay. So it is like if I.
And you can open an Excel and then show it.
So if I just want to write here one cell like thing, and there is another cell which is the copy of this. Obviously it is not that much good, but yeah. So let me write here this is x, and whatever we have write here as w, I mean that mentioning thing. So if I want to block these things, let's say 1, 2, so what does this mean? So I'm just mentioning here that this one is the cell of this one, this whole, and inside of there is nested cell, nested list, and this is another list element. This is another list element. So exactly it will be similar structure will be there for that copied case, right? So this will be like that. But the thing is for the shallow copy, what is happening? Uh, this this list, the simple list is making independently, like it is making independently, a new one is making new element cell is making, new cell is making. But for the case of nested list, it is sharing their results. Okay, it is sharing their results. So whenever I'm just writing here the nested list elements changing, then it will change for that x as well as for w. But if I want to do the same change in that simple list case, then it is not changing because it is independently creating the cells. Okay, this is for shallow copy. So whenever this will be changed, this will automatically change, or this will change, this term will automatically change for shallow copy. Okay, is it fine?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, now coming to deep copy. Deep copy, I will show you what is deep copy. So for deep copy, if I want to write here exactly the same thing, obviously for deep copy, the notation will be different, like how to explain the deep copy that we will see. But in the pictorial representation, if I want to see the picture of that, then it will be like, so exactly same was there, and this, yes, then this one was there, this one was there, and there was 3 nested loop things, nested list, sorry, not nested list, and there was again 3. So the outer one is again independently changing, it is independently creating. But for the inner one, previously for shallow copy, it was sharing. But right now, it is again the independently changing. I will show the differences between this shallow copy and deep copy with example. So this is the case for deep copy. So for deep copy, if I am changing that nested list for let's say X, then it will not change for W as well. And if I change something in that nested list element in W, it will not change in X. That is the difference between deep copy and shallow copy. In deep copy, these as well as the outer one all are independently changed. But for shallow copy, the outer one is independently changed, but the inner nested list is shareable for both of them. So now I'm going to give an example of this deep copy. Okay. So for deep copy, okay. So for deep copy and shallow copy, we have to mention one library. We have to call one library. Let's say import copy. I'm just going to import the library of copy. Okay. Now I'm writing here X again. Let's say 1, 2, 5, 4, then 6, 7, 5, 9, whatever. Oh, okay, fine. Then 7, 8, 9. Huh. So this is our X. If I want to write see the value of X, then this is showing here. Okay. So now if I want to see the shallow copy of X, then I am writing here Y equals to shallow copy of Y X I want, right? So it will be like, this is the comment for that. So this is copy of X. That means it is making the shallow copy of Y, shallow copy of X. So let's see what is Y right
Please
now.
have a look on chat.
Sorry, are you telling something? Is it visible? The screen is visible or not?
Yeah, visible.
Uh-huh.
It's visible.
Okay, okay.
It's visible.
Yeah, fine, fine. Okay, so Y equals to copy X. That means this, the meaning of these things is that Y is making the shallow copy of X. So how I will understand that Y is making the shallow copy of X. So to see that one, we will just see the nested loop because nested list will change in shallow copy, but it will not change in deep copy, right? So let me write here Y of, let's say, 0th component and then 1th component. So 0th component, 1 component means here what? 1. So 1 is, let me write here, change by 10. So I'm changing Y value as 10. Then what will be the Y here? Obviously, I mean, oh, okay, sorry, 0, 0, 0, 1. That means 2. 2 will be replaced by 10. So Y is already 2 is replaced by 10. Okay, fine. Now coming here X. What was X? X is also coming as 1, 10, 4. That means the second copy is shareable, whatever it was showing in that figure. Correct?
The nested list is shared.
Yeah, so here you can see this one. That one component, that is that 10, 10 is shareable. So that means 10 is again changing for X as well as in Y. Now again I am writing here X, the 0th component and 0th component, which one I am writing changing that 100. So X is 100, 10, 4 like that. If I want to write here Y, then Y you can see that exactly same whatever it was. Okay, but now I am going to change here this one, that 0th, 1, 2. So that means 2. 2, that means which is 7. 7 I am going to write it like 80. So 8 X will be 7 is replaced by 80, which is the simple list element. Now I just want to see what is the value of X. Y should not change. Y should be save 7 as well as was. See, Y is 7 because these are the simple list element and these are not shareable. That is independently created. Okay, so this is not sharing. So that means our Y is exactly same it was whatever it was before, but X is changing right now. Exactly the same thing will be there for Y case. Like let's say Y3. Y3 is like 600. If I change this one, then Y value will be changed. But if I want to see the x value will not change, because in x it is exactly 8 whatever it was previously, but in y it is already changed, but in x it is not changing. Okay, now coming to the deep copy. So this is the shallow copy, right? Now coming to deep copy, let me write here w as deep copy. So deep copy of x. Now I'm just going to see here what is the x right now in our case. Now I'm going to write here w equals to deep copy. So for this case, what is the comment? It is like deep copy of x. So I am writing here now w is the deep copy of x. So w is right now this one, whatever it was there is x. Now for this case, this figure will be satisfied. So to see this one, what we need to check? We need to first check that nested list element, right? So let me write here w. W nested list element. Nested list element means zeroth component, not zeroth component. Let me write here first component. First component, then zeroth component, which was 5. So that I am going to change it 70. Now I am going to write here w. W is changing 5 in 70, right? Now I just want to see what is the value of x right now. X will be, see, it was previously whatever. It is not changing 5 by 70 for x, because in the nested list case as well, these are making independently. Now obviously for the simple case, yeah, just a minute. For the simple case, obviously it will be exactly same. I mean independently it will create, like you can see here 80 is replacing by 9, 80 is replacing by 900. But if I want to see the x is exactly 80. Yeah, tell me, there was some question.
Can you please change now and then can you see the W?
Can I change?
Can you please change the X and
A.
then we will see the W?
Okay, fine, very good. So for x case, let me write here now x, you can see that this one is x. Okay, so now let me write here zeroth component and 0 1 2 tooth component, that means 4 will be replaced by, let's say, 9000. So then I'm just changing here x is this one, obviously, because 4 is changing by 9000. Now I want to see what is the value of w. W should be whatever it was previously. Now see, it is exactly the previous one, because the nested list element is also not shareable for deep copy.
Okay.
Yeah, but exactly I can just
For
see.
shallow copy, nested is
Yeah, that is the difference between shallow copy and deep copy. In the deep copy, the nested list element
okay.
will not be shareable, but for a shallow copy, the nested list element will be shareable. But for the simple list element, both will be independent. That is the thing. Like
Okay.
0 1 2
Ma'am,
3.
please look on chat box, please, ma'am.
Just a minute, I could not hear you properly. Just a minute, please. Yeah, tell me. Sorry, you told me something. Sorry.
No, nothing.
Hello. Oh, there were so many questions. Oh my god, there were so many questions. Videos for next week. I am new to this course. For all assignments for each week, you are gonna do. Okay, these are the answers. Please look into chat box. I am having trouble understanding this video. Please don't you understand,
Um,
Shivaji? Shivaji the boss. Okay. Hello, Shivaji.
actually,
Yeah. Yes, tell me, Ashutosh.
the shallow copy and the deep copy. When you are assigning y is equal to x or w is equal to y, how can we can know how which one is the shallow copy and which one is the deep copy?
No, like for y equals to x, w equals to x, whatever it is there, that is simply a assign, not a copy like thing. So like here you can see, here we were talking now. So this one, So for this case, you can see y equals to x. So y equals to x is exactly the assignment case. Like y, we are just simply keeping the value of x by naming y. But for this case, w equals to
Yes.
x. Yes, this is the shallow copy, as we have already seen there with the example. But here, I mean, how to check?
Means every listed one is deep copy. One it is in the list.
Yeah, like for this case, like y equals to x. Okay. So if I write here y equals to x, then the picture will be like all the things will be shareable because there is not a copy like thing. So you can see this, and then there is like 1, 2, and this is the nested list element, right? So all are shareable. This one is also shareable, this is shareable, this is also shareable, and let me write here different color. This is also shareable. So it is not exactly the copy, it is simply a assignment of these things. Like as I was talking y equals to 5, then next time I am writing the change of this, then it is exactly changing. So y equals to x, it is not a copy like thing, but y x, this listing case, this is the copy, but this is a shallow copy. And if I want to write here copy, then deep copy, then it will come as deep copy of x. I mean, obviously these things are not in your syllabus, but the thing is that there was some question regarding of that in the last class. So that's why I wanted to explain it a little bit. Uh, is it fine? Like y equals to x is simply
So, ma'am,
yeah.
so I have a proposition here. So, what I have understood, please correct me. So, if we talk about shallow list,
Yes.
so suppose if we do not have a nested list inside, all
Yes.
the items are independently listed. So, it will not make any change to either side, be it X or W. If I make any change in W, it will not reflect in X, or
Yes.
if I make any changes in X, it will not reflect in W because there is no nested list inside. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes. So for simple list case, shallow copy and deep copy are exactly same. You can see here. The simple for the
It
simple.
will
Yes.
it will only impact when we have a nested list,
Yes.
maybe in
Exactly.
original list or maybe in a shallow copy. Am I correct?
Exactly. I mean, if we are having the nested list element in our list, I mean, in our X or Y, whatever the name. So for the nested list case, it is defined
Only
into
then it will have an
list
impact.
and deep. But if I am talking about simple list, there is no
Okay,
change
got
in
it. And
shallow
when it
copy or
comes
deep
to
copy. And it will be
okay, okay, got it. But
independently
when it
changing.
comes to
Like what if I am changing this element, it will not affect this one. If I am changing this one, it will not affect this one. Or if I change this one, it will not affect this one. It is totally independent. But for y
okay,
equals to x, this one is affecting both of these, like nested list as well as simple list. Because this is not a
uh,
copy thing. This is just assign. Tell me, sorry.
okay. When it comes to the deep copying, so both lists are independent. So if I make change in other lists, so other list will not have any impact,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So they are completely independent. There is no impacting of one to another, right? If I
Yeah,
make any
you can
changes.
see here, so all are independent. Like there is no connection between and one another. So all are coming differently, independently. If I'm changing there, it will not change here. If I change here, it will not change here. If I change here, it will not change here. Like that.
Got your point. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so this was the last question. Like one was the one.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
So this is the need. The need is due to the
Nested list.
concept of continuous memory allocation in the list.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
in which case, in which application we want to see that, depending on that we will use which one we need. Like we want to change the nested list accordingly, changing our the previous one, so we will take the shallow copy. If we don't want to change that one as well, then we will use the deep copy. So like that. So to assign this deep copy or shallow copy, then we are just writing here copy dot deep copy for the deep copy cache, and for say shallow copy, copy dot copy of x. So it will make the shallow copy and this will make the deep copy. And import copy means this is the library named as copy. So we have to import that library into our interpreter so that we can do all these calculations.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes.
If we define a list in X and with some values, and then we are assigning to the Y, and then again we change the list of X, then which value is assigned to the X?
Okay, I mean that assigning case you are talking, like assigning means you are talking that simple X equals to Y, right?
No, no. First of all, we have to define list of X, and then we have assigned to Y, and again change the list of X.
No, no, like assign means what? You are talking about assign in a Python. If I want to write here assign, so that means you are talking about Y equals to X. But if I want to make a copy of X, then we will talk about deep copy or shallow copy. If I want to have a assign, that means Y equals to X simply, then whatever the changes will be there in X, in nested as well as in simple list, that will directly affect on Y, or whatever the changes in Y is there, that will directly affect the X. But if you are talking about shallow copy or deep copy, then the picture will be little bit different. But the assign case is exactly same as the naming case. I'm just changing the name of
Excuse me.
yes.
So the concept shallow copy applies only to the outer continuous memory allocation. It won't apply to the the nested inner continuous memory allocation. So the nested list won't be affected.
No, for shallow it will affect it. Na? This is sharing. For deep it will
Yeah, yeah.
affect. Yeah. For deep, nothing will be affected. But for shallow, nested list elements will be affected.
So the nested continuous memory allocation is treated as a single element in shallow copy.
Huh. And for assignment case, all the thing will be shared. I mean, all the things will be affected by everyone. This one will also be affected. This one will also be affected. Everyone will affected with each other. Like, I mean, I should not.
So we are copying the memory location for the assignment.
Yeah. So for shallow, there is this as a sharing one, but for deep, these two are the independent one, and for assignment, all are sharing. That is the three difference between these three: assign, shallow, and deep.
For the shallow copy, we are copying everything in the first outermost in a list, but we are actually assigning in the inner list in
Yes.
shallow copy.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So any other question, or maybe we can go to the next one. Just a minute. There was something showing that it will end with 15 minutes. I think the meeting was for 1 hour only. If it is there, then I don't know. Another meeting. If I want to create the another meeting, then how I will create? Can you join in that same meeting if it was showing that the meeting limit has already over? Okay, because maybe for the today's class I just keep that as 1 hour, but okay, fine. Okay, so deep copy and shallow copy, I think it is now clear, little bit clear to all of you, and there were three things: deep copy, shallow copy, and assign case. Okay, now maybe we can move to the week 3 assignments. So for the week 3 assignments, there was first assignment like write a function contracting L that takes as input a list of integer L and returns true if the absolute difference between each adjacent pair of elements strictly decreases. Do you understand the question first? I'll give you maybe 1 minute to understand the question, and I'm just giving one example. If you understand the question, then you have to tell me what it will return, true or false. Just read the question carefully. Let me. then this. So just read the question first and tell me what does this means. I mean, if I write here this type of L, then contracting L, what it will come, true or false? When the meeting is ended, it shows by a array.
Meeting ended.
Hello? Hello, can you see? Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear.
Maybe this is a new meeting, I think. Okay, whatever. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So what does this means? Is it true or false? I mean, what will show in our programming that it will be true or false?
True. False.
Okay, one is telling true, one is telling false. Okay,
True.
write a function contracting L that takes as input a list of integer L. So there are a list of integer L and returns true. It will be true when if the absolute difference between each adjacent pair of elements, adjacent pair of elements means this, the difference between this absolute difference means if I just want to write here 2 minus 50, that is coming as minus 48, but we just want to need the absolute value, so it will be simply 48. So they are telling that if this is 48 and then this difference is 30. So if 48 is less than 30, greater than 30 and 30 is greater than this one, then this is greater than this one, then this whole contracting L will return as true. Write a function contracting L that takes as
Okay, ma'am.
yes, that takes as input a list of integer L and returns true if the absolute difference between each adjacent pair of elements strictly decreases. If I want to write here, let's say 30, then again if I write here minus 10, then it is 30. So it will not show true, it will be false. It should be strictly decreasing. But for this case, if I want to write here 5, for this case that was 48, then 30, then it is 15, then it is 3. So that means contracting L will turn as true. Do you understand the question at least?
And what is
Yes, ma'am.
adjacent? What is the meaning of adjacent?
Adjacent pair means from here to, I mean, this one minus this one, this one minus this one. It is not like that, this one minus this one. So adjacent means this. So consecutive differences. I will take care about consecutive differences. I will not take care about the differences between this one and this one. Okay. So
Okay,
just
ma'am.
consecutively.
Understood, understood.
Yes. Okay. So this is the the meaning of that question first. We need to check the meaning of the question. Then obviously we will see how to do these things. So
So the absolute difference is taken from left to right or right to left.
that does not matter, because absolute means obviously it will be the mod value. If it is negative itself, it will take as a +1. In that case, you can
For this case, we are minusing from 2 minus 50 results minus 48,
yes
and the next 50 minus 20 results in 30.
30. So
20 minus 15, 20 minus 5 results in 15.
in that case, it is coming as like all the positive cases are there for the rest of the cases. But for this case, you can see it is minus 48 was coming. But we are taking the absolute value. So it is coming as 48, which is greater than 30,
Okay,
which is
okay.
greater than 15, which is greater than 3. Like that.
So there is a declining order. So this is
Yeah.
true.
It should be decreased, strictly decreases. That is already written here. Strictly decreases. Okay.
So absolute difference equal to mod value.
Yeah, mod value.
Modulus.
Yes, mod value. So if I want to write here, let's say 80. So obviously 50 minus 80, that means minus 30, but still it will come as 30, like that. But it will, for this case, it will not true, because for 80 minus 5, it will be more than that. But yeah, fine. I just wanted to tell you that what is the meaning of that strictly decreasing and absolute. Okay, so you can understand right now the meaning of this question. So now I just want to give you one example, and you have to tell me what is the true or false. Then I will come to there in that programming part. So let me write here.
Hello.
So this is very simple. Tell me it will be true or false.
True.
False, ma'am.
False.
Ma'am, it will be true.
False.
It will be false because of 80 minus 5.
False.
It
False.
will be false
Yes,
because
sir.
of this one, but other things was fine. Like this
How?
is 98.
How anyone can explain it? How?
Okay, just explain. Can anyone explain it from the student?
So assume you are taking the zeroth index 2 minus 100. It will be resulting in 9 minus 98. But you should take it as an plus 98. So take 90 as the first value, and the second value will be 100 minus 80. It will be result in 20. So 20 will be the second value, and the third value will be the 80 minus 5. So take the result of the 75. So 75 will be the third value. As you can see, there is not a declining order. From 98 to 20 it will be decreasing, but 20 to 75 it will be increasing. So this is false.
Because it is
Good
saying
one.
that strictly decrease, element strictly decreases. That means it should be less than 20. The last one should be less than 20, so that it will come as true. Okay. Okay. So obviously for this question, obviously it's a very simple one. So let me write here. I have just written the programming week 3 previous one. So I will just show you how to do these things.
Repeat once again.
Yes.
Ma'am, repeat once.
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Open. Just a minute.
कौन बोल रहे हैं?
Week 3, programming one previous one. So it's a very 4-line question. Okay. So what does this means? You can see here. Def means the.
मम्मी.
Can you please mute yourself? Who is that one? I can't see maybe.
कौन?
Shantosh.
अरे.
Shantosh, can you please mute yourself? See here, the contracting L, this is the name of that function. Now, what I was telling that the difference between the consecutive elements should be decreasing order. So, obviously, for that case, we need to 3 line length. Okay, let me explain these things. What does this mean by first line? See what I was writing here L as like 2, 5, 8, 9. I just randomly written there. So for this case, we can say that it is a true or false. The result will come as true or false. That is fine. But let's say I am writing here 2 and 5 only. So is it giving any true or false condition? Because I am having only one difference here. I don't have another condition. So that I can see the another condition is, the another difference is less than or greater than the previous one. Do you got my point? So we have, for this question particularly, we have to have 3 elements at least in our list. Right? If I am having 2 and 10, then I am having only one difference, which is 8. But I don't have the another difference. So how can I understand that the another difference is decreasing or increasing order? Okay. So I have to write here 1 or 2 or something, so that I can see, okay, this is the false or this is the true case. So for this case, this is false, but fine. But I need to have length of L should be greater or equals to 3. I mean greater than 3 or equals to 3. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So this condition I just mentioned here, that
Yes, ma'am.
if length of L is less than 3. Okay, so length of L is less than 3 means that will be wrong. But if length of L is less than 3, that it is turning as true. Why it is turning as true, that I will tell. But the thing is that here, this is the thing. You can see there is a recursion relation expression is given in this line. So what is this meaning? What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is like ABS of L1. Okay, see this one, 2, 5, 8, 9. This example first. So ABS means absolute value. L1 minus L0. L1 minus L0 means the 1th element minus the first element. So this one minus this one. That means 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2. Absolute. 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2, the value of absolute, that means it will come as 3. That should be greater than absolute of L2 minus L1. L2 minus L1 means this minus this. So L2 is 8 and 5. 8 minus 5. So 8 minus 5 is 3. And it was like 3. So 3 and 3. Okay. So 3 and 3 is not the case here. But the thing is, we have to check the L1 minus L0 absolute value should be greater than L2 minus L1 absolute value. This condition should be true, and contracting L1 to last term. What does this mean? This means that, let me here see the, yes, this one. I can write here. Okay. Let me write here L equals to 2, 5, 6, no, 2, not 2, 20, 10, 4, 6, 5. This is our L as an example. Okay. So what I need to check? I need to check that 20 minus 10 should be greater than 10 minus 4, should be greater than 4 minus 6, should be greater than 6 minus 5. That we need to check. So for that case, I just given the first 2 term condition, that 20 minus 10 should be greater than 10 minus 4. How I did that one? You can see here at the very first, L1 minus L0. L1 minus means 10. L0 means 20. So absolute value of this one is giving us 10. Okay, that is
Ma'am?
good. Yes.
Someone is removing again and again, ma'am.
Sorry.
Someone is removing me again and again, ma'am.
Who is removing whom?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't do these things. Okay, just focus your. See, 10 minus 20 absolute value if I tell, then it will come as 10. This is coming from this first condition, right? Now coming to the second condition. Second condition means L2 minus L1. So L2 minus L1 means what? 4 minus 10. That is coming as 6. Obviously, I have to write the absolute value. You understand that because it is given in the ABS. So these two conditions I have given. But I have to given these conditions as well. That it should be greater than 4 minus 10. Okay. 6 minus 4. And it should be greater than 5 minus 6. Okay. Do you got my point? This should be the case. So I have to give all the 4 conditions, and if all the 4 conditions are satisfied, then only I can say that the AL, contracting AL, will give the true value. Is it fine for everyone? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, obviously, I don't know in our input how many elements will be there. Obviously, maybe there will be 100 of elements, right? So if I oh, Santosh or Rahul, who is that one? Okay. So what is happening here? I am just taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 elements, and I have to put 4 conditions in our case. But let's say I am having 100 number of elements in our list. So obviously we have to give the 99 conditions to satisfy that whether it is true or whether it is coming as true or false. Okay. But obviously I don't want to give all the all the conditions simultaneously. So for this case I am just using the recursion formula function. So the recursion function will do what? You can see it is a contracting L1 0, 1 up to last. So I am just right now calculating these things, what it is saying in that line. So first two we have understand that 10 minus 20 equals to 10, greater than 4 minus 10 equals to 6. These two is given by these two conditions. ABS L1 minus L0 greater than ABS L2.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, someone just removed me, ma'am. It's the second time. I have been removed by someone.
Again and again, help, ma'am.
Yes,
Someone
ma'am.
else.
It
Me
is by
too
fourth
removed by
time,
someone
but
man by 3 times.
Yes, ma'am. Again
Me
and
too
again.
for around 7 times now.
I can't even
ma'am,
put
I
that
got
message in the chat, ma'am.
removed by 4 times.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Me too can't even put the message.
And
in the
someone
chat.
is removing from the meeting.
Okay. Wait. I think it is only for the case that you all are guest. I am saying, but how one can remove?
Ma'am, I'm not a guest, ma'am. I'm using Teams, so I'm not a guest.
Again, I was removed.
I am also using Teams.
Me too, I'm also not guest and I'm not able to access chat.
Then bypass.
And this thing has happened several times with me as well.
I don't know how to change these things, like no one can remove you, that type of things, where I can do that I don't know. I have to check because this is the first time I am using Teams. So okay, just bear with this class at least. I don't know like how to stop the removing from anyone by another. Just please be with me. If anyone knows that how to stop removing, do you know?
I got removed, so I didn't get this.
ठीक है समझ गया
I didn't Who is doing that? Behave it like a child fool.
Chaman, can you mute yourself? Okay, thank you. So I don't know that how you people can't remove yourself. So maybe I will try by searching Google that how to do that one, and in the next class obviously we will do that one. But I don't know, like if someone will remove someone, then I don't know how to tackle that. At least today. I don't know. Okay, so if anyone knows, just put in chat box that how you can't remove another. Okay, okay, just focus on this class. So what happened? Yeah, so the first two conditions we have already done, but we have to do that one iteratively. So iteratively means we have to do that one for third one, for fourth one, for fifth one, like that. So for this case, we are just using contracting L1 colon this. So this one, you understand what is the meaning of L1 colon this. So this one means like I'm just having right now contracting this L, and now our L is like 1 up to the last one. 1 up to the last one means 0th will be not the one. So from 10, 4,
I'm
6,
very irritated, ma'am.
yes.
Someone is removing again and again.
Yes, ma'am. I'm again and again we try to.
Whoever is removing others, please don't do that, because it's affecting our class. So please don't do that. And for the next class, I will see how not you can do these things. But for now, I don't know how to stop you. So please don't do by yourself. Okay. Because everyone has right to listen the class. Okay. Okay. So the contracting L1 up to last one, that means our new L is becoming as 10, 4, 6, 5. Previous L was 20, 10, 4, 6, 5, but now our L is 10, 4, 6, 5. Okay. So now, obviously, in that next thing, for this now new L,
Ma'am, why the new L has become 10 for 5?
because
Why
it is
has
one,
removed?
because it is 1 to last term. So 1 to last,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
fine.
yes. So
It
0,
won't take the 0th
Like,
one, so it is
like
1 to.
yes. So for this case,
ice.
who is talking? So our new L is right now 10, 4, 6, 5. Okay. Now we have to check this condition, like L1 minus L0. L1 minus L0 was what? 10 minus 4 is, which is 6, which is greater than L2 minus L1. That means 0, 1, 2. 6 minus 4. That is 2. Now you can see that.
खिलाती है वो खिला के देखो स्वर्ग मिलेगा स्वर्ग.
Please mute yourself. Hello.
इनके अंदर बेटा दुनिया गाय को खिला.
Please mute yourself.
Ma'am, you please go to your meeting options and make yourself.
Sorry?
Look permission from other participants on the meeting.
Go to your meeting options, make the presenter as yourself, ma'am.
Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, here. Yeah, who can make yourself, ma'am? Only me, so that.
Who can bypass the lobby? That should be everyone. Say.
Yeah, who can?
Something went wrong. Tell. Array.
First one, ma'am, who can pass by?
That should be everyone. Otherwise, if people will wants to come, then I have to do everyone admit, admit, admit. Okay, people who are invited. Let me see. Sorry. So
I'm trying to solve this problem initially, ma'am.
yeah, I'll
Remove
do that
anyone.
one in the next class. Okay, because it's already what is the time? It's already 716. So maybe we will do that one in next class. Okay, just
The
bear with
person
us.
who is removing me, you can't stop me from learning. Understand?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Don't do that one. Whoever removing someone, please don't do that one, because it is affecting each and everyone. Okay, don't do this. Okay, so now what is the advantage of writing these things? Just see that. In the previous case, we were having only two options. I mean, only two conditions. 10 minus 20 is, should be greater than 4 minus 10. But we have to check that 4 minus 6 as well as 6 minus 5. So this condition should be there. So I have to check each and every condition. So for this case, I am just writing here contracting L 1 is to, I mean 1 is to then empty. So this means that this one should be correct as well as this one should be correct. Then again in the next iteration, what will happen in next iteration? 5 minus 6 should be greater than this. So in every time we have to check the consecutive difference should be greater than the next one. So that is the case. That's why we are just writing here contracting L1 is to empty, which can take all the conditions in our calculation and it will return as true if all the conditions will be satisfied. Is it fine? And one more thing is,
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
yes, I will
Ma'am, if
come there, but yeah, fine, tell me.
ma'am, why there is a condition len of L is less than 3?
Yes, that's what I will tell right now. Okay, very good question. So now for this case, I have to do a little bit second iteration so that it will be clear to all of you. So up to this second iteration where my cursor is there, do you have any question on that? Because there is only two conditions and then contracting L, our new L will be which one? Our new L will be right now. Tell me what will be the new L?
4, 6.
4,
6, 5.
4, 6, 5.
Very good. So this is fine. Now I have to go in the next iteration. Otherwise I can't. Okay. Our new L is 4, 6, 5. Very good. Then obviously you can quickly do these things. That 6 minus 4 equals to 2 should be greater than 5 minus 6 equals to 1. Okay. Very good. Then again our contracting will come as, just tell me quickly what will be the contracting L right now, new L?
6, 5.
6 and 4.
5, 5.
6 and 5. Okay, very good. Now the second iteration will come. Now just I am writing the second iteration so that it will be 5. 6, 5. So now 6, 5. Okay, so there is, I have to do that condition again, that L1 minus L0. So L1 is what? 5 minus 6. So that should be equals to 1, which should be greater than what? L2 minus L1. But I don't have any L2 here. I have only L0 and L1. I don't have L2. So what will have here? What will be there? There will be nothing, because I have already satisfied all the conditions. See, I told you, if there is a 5 elements, in our case it was 5 elements in that L, then I need 4 conditions. 4 condition mean first one is 10 greater than 6, greater than 2, greater than 1. These 4 condition I need, and these 4 condition has already done. Okay, so that's why in that case L equals to 6, 5. If it is coming as a contracting L1, so our new L is 6, 5. So it will come here. And if it is seeing that a length of L is less than 3, as it is given here, L65 is less than 3, because length of L is right now 2. Okay, so it is less than 3. So if it is less than 3 and all the conditions are satisfied, then that means all the true, I mean greater than conditions are satisfied, then it is returning as true. That's why it is written as length of L less than 3. If it is there, then it will come as return true. I mean, I have to.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
I mean, I have to stop somewhere, na? So where I have to stop?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes. Tell me.
Ma'am, if any point the function is returns false, in what point, ma'am, if the condition is failed to satisfy the relation?
That will stop. There it will stop, obviously. Because let's say I am writing here, what I will write? 14. No, not 14. 10, 4, 2. Not 14.
Ma'am, it was the 8th time, ma'am. I'm going out of the meeting, ma'am.
Oh. Please don't remove anyone, okay? Please cooperate us.
Type of things. Who is?
Okay. See, the girl who was asking.
Hello.
Yeah, the girl who was asking me, I just want to clear this point. So see, if I want to write here 24, just stop yourself, okay? So if I'm writing here 24, so 24 means 20 minus 10, it will come as 10 greater than, now it is like 24 minus 10, which is 16. Now you can see there, 10 is not greater than 16, right? So if 10 is not greater than 16, then obviously no need to go for any further iteration. It will automatically come as false. We will run that one and we will see it is correct or not, okay? Do you got it?
Ma'am, actually in this case, it will return Boolean, is it? In the last.
I can't hear you.
हाथी की टट्टी खा रहा हूँ मैं, ये देखो, आ जाओ।
The girl who was asking, did you understand the point? Hello? Who was that girl? I did not see the name.
Somebody.
Maybe, ma'am, he was removed by the guy who is doing this.
Who is removing everyone? Tell me. Who is removing?
Ma'am, I was removed 8th time.
Kindly create a new meeting, ma'am.
If I'll create a right now, then it will be little bit more delayed, na? So just don't do these things, please. I'm requesting whoever is removing everyone. Please don't do that.
Ma'am, someone was playing unwanted noises.
Okay. See. Focus here.
One doubt. In the last return statement.
Yes, last return.
If
Hello?
I think he was also removed again while talking.
Okay, fine. Just see there, like I'm just going to run the program. So to run the program, obviously here run, then module 5, then you can see here, this is the restart and this week 3 brief 1.py is right now programming. And now I have to just write here contract.
Ma'am, Harsh was doing this. Ma'am, Harsh.
Don't do that. What you are doing? So here, let me write here L equals to, sorry, not. So see here, I'm just writing here the same calculation, whatever it was given. 6, 5.
Harsh, please remove her.
Oh. Contracting. Just a minute, please. Okay, so contracting this one like 20, 10, 4, 6, 5. If I am writing this one, 4. Contracting, it should be 10, 20, 10, 4, 6, 5. See, it is coming as true, right? If I am writing here contracting, the same thing with 20,
ma'am.
20, 10, 24, 6.
Kindly
It will come as false. Yes, tell me.
watch the participants, ma'am.
What's the participants? What happened?
There were only 10 members, and I just got removed multiple times. So that 10.
Yes, ma'am.
You can keep continuing, ma'am. We can see the recordings of this class later. So don't get distracted by us.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's happening continuously third or fourth time with me. I'm getting removed.
I understand, but the thing is, I don't know how to do these things to stop someone by removing you. So I don't know this one. So maybe I
It
will.
was nearly 25 times.
Ma'am, it's more than, how could I tell you? It's been a lot. It's happening continuously.
I understand.
Friends,
Maybe
don't distract,
someone
ma'am.
was there who
Let her take the class. We
Yeah,
can
see,
see this recorded session.
so obviously you can just see that one later as well. But if you have any,
I agree with you, Surya.
at the end,
yeah, okay, just
at
bear
the end,
with me, okay. I
Okay,
don't know.
ma'am.
Obviously,
please provide the link of this video.
I will obviously search in Google that how to do the to solve this problem, and I will let you know. I mean, I will do that accordingly. Okay, so I think it's done. Maybe we were just stucking on the first problem itself. So maybe we will just go to the second problem. See the problem, and this is a very interesting problem. So it will be very, I mean, it will be a very good one to understand. In a list of integers L, okay, the neighbors of Li are Li minus 1 and Li plus 1. Li is a hill if it is strictly greater than its neighbors, and a valley if it is strictly less than its neighbors. Write a function count HVL that makes as input a list of integers L and returns a list HCVC, where AC is the number of hills in L and VC is the number of valleys in L. Obviously, it's a very big statement, so maybe at the very first you can't understand the meaning. So I'm just going to write one example so that it will be clear to all of you. Okay, I'm just randomly writing any number 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, just see what is meaning, what is saying here. In a list of integers L, so it is a list of integer. The neighbors of Li means, let's say I can be anything. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 elements. So I can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something. I mean up to 6 obviously. So L, and if it is a I, that means obviously from 0 it is starting. So this is nothing but L0. This you understand, right? And this is L1. This is L2. This is L3. Like that, right? So the neighbors of Li are Li minus 1 and Li plus 1. So let me write here I as 2 in this case. So if I am writing here I as 2, then the neighbors are I minus 1 and I plus 1. So I minus 1 means L1. This is the neighbor and this is the neighbor. Obviously you can see here L2 has the two neighbors L1 and L3. And how we can define that one? If Li is there, then neighborhood is Li minus 1 and Li plus 1. That is there. Okay. Li is a hill. This is a hill. When? If it is strictly greater than its neighbors. Strictly greater than its neighbors. That means if our L2 is greater than L1 as well as greater than L3, there are two neighbors of L2. One is L1 and another one is L3. So if L2 is greater than L1 as well as L2 is greater than L3, then L2 will be one hill. Li is a hill if it is strictly greater than its neighbors, and a valley if it is strictly less than its neighbors. Okay. So when it will be valley? L2 will be valley when it is less than L1, it is less than L3. This if it is the condition, then it will be valley. If this is the condition, then it will be hill. Now what we need to check? Write a function count HVL that takes as input a list of integers L. It will take the input as list of integers L and returns a list. What type of list it will return? It will return the list of AC and BC. AC is the number of hills in L and BC is the number of valleys in L. Okay. So for this case, I have to check how many are hills and how many are valleys, and I have to write the numbers. Let's say in this case, 2 are hill and 3 are valley. I don't know, I have to check. But the output will be list 2 and 3. Is it fine? Do you understand the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So hill and valley, we have to check which one is hill and we have to check which one is valley. Obviously, there will be so many questions in this case. Like you can ask me if I am having this term, this number. So, do you have any neighbor? How many neighbors it has? It has only one neighbor, which is this one. It does not have this neighbor, right? So, whatever the condition is there, that will not be satisfied for this case, because it has only one neighborhood and we have to check two neighborhood, and we have to check that this 2 is greater than 5 as well as 2 is greater than another neighborhood or less than, like that, to tell whether 2 is hill or valley. Okay, so we have to check that in which term we are talking as hill or valley, that should have two neighbors. One is in left, another one is right. But here only one neighborhood is there. So obviously it will not take care into that calculation. Similarly, for this case, it will also not take care into calculation because this does not have any another neighborhood. It has only one neighborhood. It is not having another neighborhood. Okay. But we can see this one. We can see this one. These things we can see. These people we can have any conclusion. But we can't have any conclusion for 2 and 10. Okay. Now, for this example, let me write here the example again, so that you can tell me what will be the result of 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now tell me how many hills are there, how many valleys are there, or whether there is any hill or valley, whether it is there or not. That can also be possible. 0, 0 can also be value.
There is no hill, no valley.
Okay, so okay, just first of all, let me check that 5 is valley or hill. Okay, 5 is greater than 2, very good, but 5 is not greater than 6. That means it is not a hill. Obviously, let me check the valley. 5 is less than 2. No, it is not correct. So it is also not a valley, not a hill. Nothing. Now coming to 6. 6 is greater than 5. But 6 is not greater than 7. So it is also not a valley. It is also not a hill. You understand? Like, I mean, if it is there greater than, I mean, if it is like less than 5, no, it is not less than 5. So obviously not valley. Now coming here, 7. 7 is also greater than 6, but it is not greater than 8. So it is not a hill. It is also not a valley. Now coming here, 8 is not, it is 8 is greater than 7, but 8 is not greater than 9. So whatever I have taken the example, there is no valley and no hill. But now let's check one another example. Maybe I can think, then let's say 2, 9, 5, 10, 2. Now tell me how many hills and how many valleys are there.
1,
It is little bit interesting, so just a math.
2 is
Okay, hills are 2. Someone is telling hills are 2. Valley? Tell me how many values
Value is 1.
Okay, so if in this case I have to write the output will be 2 1. Now I have to check which one is hill or which one is valley. Can you tell me how which one is hills? I mean there are two hills now. So which one is hill?
9 and 10. 9 and 10.
Yes, and valley is 5, right?
5.
Yes. And we will not take care about these last two because this does not have any neighborhood. Okay, so here 2 and 1. Now obviously we have to go for that programming part. So it is like week 3 previous 2. Okay. Just a minute, I am going to open this. Download. To open. Yes, count HB, right? Okay, see the program. It's simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 page, 9 line. Okay, so first definition count HB, these things you all know. Then L means name of the function. And at the very first we will write the initialization is hills equals to 0, valleys equals to 0. That means there is no hills and valleys right now. I mean the number is 0, 0. Now, okay, the main thing was there in this case. Up to 6, 5, 3, 9, 12. This type of things. So for this case, our main aim is what? Our main aim is like I have to check for this example. Okay, for this example, I have to check for 6. I have to check 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 should be greater than 5 minus 6. Oh. No. 6 minus 2 is greater than 6 minus 5. It should be greater than this so that I can tell it as hill. I mean that type of things we need, right? So for this case, what type of programming will be right? So for I range in, I mean there will be a for loop. So you can see here, oh I have already given one example. Okay, fine. So for I will go from 1 to length of L minus 1. Why length of L minus 1? Because I will come as 1, 2, length is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Our length is 6. For this case, our length is 6. So I will go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Why? Because we don't need the first component, we don't need the last component. These two we have to terminate. Yes, because these two does not have any neighborhood. So that's why you can see here I am writing it is from 1. Why 1? Because L0 is 2, which is discarded, and L6 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, L5, which is 12, that is also discarded, and it should be up to 4. Why up to 4? That I will tell. See, ln1 minus 1. ln1 was 6. 6 minus 1, that means 5. But if it is range 1 to 5, that means it will come as 1, 2, 3, 4. Because 5 minus 1 term will be there. Is it fine? Because we are going to truncate the first one as well as last one. This first one and last one does not have any two neighborhood. So at the very first we are going to truncate this first and last term. And other terms we will take care. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Why we are taking ln minus 1, length of L minus 1. Because it will run from 1 to length of L minus 1 minus 1. So that means length of L minus 2 it will come. Okay, I mean it will run. So okay, you understand, say that I will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fine. If I is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now coming to the next line. So now for the next line, I have to check. You can see here for hill condition. Hill condition is what? Li should be greater than Li minus 1 and Li should be greater than Li plus 1. That should be there, otherwise it will not be a hill. So these two simultaneously should be satisfied. If it is correct, then hills will be hills plus 1. Previously hills was 0, but right now hills will be hills plus 1. That means 0 plus 1. It is 1. Now coming to the valleys condition, if Li less than Li minus 1 and Li less than Li plus 1, then valleys will be valleys plus 1. And then we have to return hills and valleys. Again, I have to go in that iteration function. Okay? Is it function? Is it fine? The understandable of this programming? Or should I explain a little bit more? Like you can understand, like the hill condition and valleys
Yes,
condition.
ma'am, we can understand.
Okay, very good. So just see the result. Just to quickly, we will just do the result. Yeah. So here I have just written here. So let me write here count H B. So yes. So what example we have taken? We have taken 2, 6, 5, 3, 9, 12. This type of example we have taken. So what will be the result for that? It should be 2 hills. No. 6. Okay, maybe I have written a little bit different. Okay, just go there. This one. 2, 6, 2. Okay. Yes. So what was the 2, 9, 5? 2, 9, 5, 10, 2. That means right? I think, is there anything else? 295. Okay. So 295, 10, 2. So it should be given as 2 and 1. You can see the hills are 2 and valleys are 1. So how many hills are there? 9 and 10 will be the hills and 5 will be the valley. So that's why it is written as 2 and 1. It's fine? Or okay. So I can write it here. This previous example. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. But I already asked. Yes. Now you can see that there is nothing as hill and valley. So it is coming as 0, 0 because we have initialized hills as 0 and valleys as 0. So it is coming as 0, 0. It's fine. Any question on that?
No.
Okay, fine. So it's very interesting because we have to check that which are the hill and which are the valleys so that we can have the result. This is the next question. Just see the next question. A square n by n matrix of integers can be written in Python as a list with n elements, where each element is in turn a list of n integers, representing a row of the matrix. Write a function left rotate m that takes a list representation m of a square matrix as input and returns the matrix obtained by rotating the original matrix counterclockwise by 90 degrees. So what does this mean? First of all, like there is a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is a matrix. Now they are saying that we have to write one function left to rotate m that takes a least representation m of a square matrix. Square matrix, it is a square matrix because it is a 3 by 3 matrix as input and returns the matrix obtained by rotating the original matrix. It will just rotate the original matrix by counterclockwise 90 degree. So counterclockwise 90 degree rotation means, let me write here what does this means. So 1, 2, 3, these things will be 90 degree rotated. So 90-degree counterclockwise rotated, right? You can see that this is the counterclockwise rotation on 90 degree. That means this will come as 3, 2, 1, as like that. It was like that, but it will come if I write here 90-degree anti-clockwise rotation, then it is coming as 3, 2, 1. You can see here this is 3, 2, 1. The similarly for 4, 5, 6, it is coming here as 4, 6, 5, 4. Now that 7, 8, 9, that will come here 9, 8, 7. Do you understand the counterclockwise rotation by 90 degree? We will just flip that one, like 90 degree we will just rotate. One row we will just rotate this. One column, I mean row wise we will just take and we will just rotate that one. It will make a column wise element, but the last one will be the first one. I mean the counterclockwise, you understand that for 90-degree counterclockwise means all, if I just do that one, oh sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I just want to rotate total by 90-degree counterclockwise, then it will come as 3, it will come as here, then 2, it will come here, 1, then this 6 will come here, then 5, then 4, then 9, then 8, then 7. Okay, is it fine? I mean, at least you understand the question so that we can go for the answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so counterclockwise 90 degree, like that. Okay. So just tell me another example quickly so that we can proceed. 4, 5, 9, 8, 9, 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 8. So what will be the counterclockwise matrix, 90 degree rotation matrix? If I want to write here column wise, then it will be simple to understand. Tell me what will be here?
And there will be 9.
9. Then here?
12.
Okay.
12.
Okay. This will be 12?
No, 9, 5, 4, like
5.
that.
4. 5, 4.
Then?
12. 12.
12.
10. 10, 9. 8. 14. And then 13.
Yes. Very good. So that should be there. So we have to check that it is counterclockwise rotating. So this is the case. Okay, let's see it will be there or not. Okay. Open, download, 3, previous 3. This. Yes, left rotate M. Okay. So left rotate M is that name of the function. That is very good, no problem. Okay, now I think Sir has already told about that append function. Do you know what is append? Something rotate append. If it is appended,
It will add the elements in last.
going to add. Okay, nothing more than that. So it is just appending. That means it is adding the number. Okay, so we will let you know. No problem. So just go from the very beginning. So left rotate M. This is the function name. Then size of length of M, obviously length of the M is like for this case you can see here, if M is 2, 3, 3, 1, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, one example is there, so then size will be 3 by 3, right? 3 by 3 matrix. Now it is rotated. Rotated means there is a nothing but one of name I have given variable as rotated. So rotated is null right now. That means there is a null list. There is nothing in that list. Now we will just make the rotated list with this function, with this programming. Sorry. So for I, okay, first of all, it should be good if I will just write here so that, see, whatever the example we have taken, in that case it is 2, 3, 3, 1, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So this should be the result will be like 3, 3, 2, 5, 4, 1, 7, 6, 5. That should be there, right? So first of all, I have to tell you one thing that, okay, yes, in M, this is the matrix M, right? So if I want to mention the position of the 2, then what is the mention of the position? That it will be like 0, 0. Row is 0, column is 0. You understand? And this is the first, this is the row and this is the column. This is the row and these are the columns. So if I want to write here 3, then 3 will be 0th row and first column. I mean 0th, first, second, column wise. Row wise 0th, first, second. So for 3, the position will be M01. For these 3, the position will be 0, 2. I mean, it should be like that. 0, 2. Is it fine? Row, column. Okay. Yes. Because I have to mention the position. That should be changed. So what will be the position that I have to first learn? So what will be the position for 4? For position for 4 will be, maybe I can write here. This is the 0th row. This is the column. It is 0, 1, 2. It is column wise. And for row wise, it is 0, 1, 2. So if I want to mention here something, that I have to write here M 0, 2 or 0, 3 something. So now you can tell me what is the position of this 5. M something something. What should be the position of this 5? This is 0th row, 1th row, 10th, 2nd row. 0th, 1th, 2nd column. So this will be, can anyone tell me what will be the position of this 5? It will be 2, 2. Right? Because 0, 1, 2. The first one will be for row, the second one will be for column. So for row, it is 0th row, 1th row, 2nd row. So second, and that means we are focusing on these 3 elements. Among these 3 elements, which one is the element? Column wise, we will say 0th column, first column, second column. So column is 5, is 2. That means M22 is 5. Is it fine? Is everyone present or not?
Ultimately, you have to impose K and P in this paper. So first, for mass loss equation, rate of change of mass equation. For this, what kind of equation you have to use? Yes. So say 2.1. Only one is there. And
Hello? Yeah, actually the meeting time was over. So,
yes, the equation is like
can you see my screen right
high.
now?
2.14 is similar to 5. Equation 5 in
Can you see the screen?
Now we are
Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So I could not understand that you have already left it. The meeting was ended. But yeah, fine. So can you see, I mean, what we were talking, like we have to define the position of that element for the matrix. So for the matrix case, we have just assigned here 2 2. So 2 2 means it will be the fifth 5. This is the position for M22. So the first one is row and second one is column. Is it fine? Like I think it's fine. Like this, like first to row wise it is 0, then this is one row, this is second row, and for the column it is 0, 0, and this is 1, and this is 2. Okay. So now if I just want to write here what is the 4, I mean what is the element name for this 4, this will be 0 to 1. You can see here 1, then 0 to 1, so 1. So if I am writing here M11, that means it will come as 4. I mean this position. Okay. So everyone has some specific position so that we can understand what will be the result accordingly. Because we are not giving them the particular value of the M. Every time we will change the value of M. So we have to tell Python that what was the position should be changed in which position. That is the case, right? It's fine. So 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2 2 0 2 1 2 2. Now you can see if I just change this one to counterclockwise 90 degree, then 0 2 will come here, 0 1 will come, 0 0 will come here, then 1 2 1 1 1 0, then 2 2 2 1 2 0. So our main goal is to change 0 0 0 element by 0 2, 0 1 element by 1 2, 0 2 element by 2 2, 1 0 element by 1 0 1, 1 1 element by 1 1, 1 2 element by 2 1, like that. Do you understand what is the aim of our programming, so that we can change accordingly? It's fine. Sorry, I was stopped in between, so now maybe it will be little bit clear. But you can see the recorded version as well, no problem. So I mean whether it has fine or not. So the thing is that you know how to change the 90 degree anti-clockwise rotation. So this will be like 0 2 0 1 0 0, like that. So our main aim is like this position should be replaced by 0 2, this position should be replaced by 1 2, this position should be replaced by 2 2. That's the thing, right? So now in our programming we will change 0 0 position to 0 2, 0 1 position to 1 2 in this sense. Okay. So now see how it will be done. So we have told that I have told you that 0 0 will be replaced by 0 2. Just check only one condition, that will be enough. Okay, this is replaced by 0 2. Okay. So now see, for I in a range size was 3, so 0 1 2, rotated append. At the very first we have to make the matrix, na? So for this case this will make our matrix. So for I range size means their size was 3, so that means 0 2 3 minus 1, so 0 1 2, so 0 1 2. So rotated append, this matrix is making here for I, only I, and for C and R. So for C in the range size minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So I'll tell you what this means. It's already written here, but still. See here, if I am writing here I range size, that means I will come as 0 1 2, right? So at the very first 1 will come in rotated append third bracket, one item will come. Then again one for loop is coming. For loop is for C. C in range size minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So size minus 1 means it was, size was 3. So 3 minus 1, that means 2. 2 to minus 1, 2 to up to minus 1, in the steps of -1. So this means you can see here our she will be 2, 1, 0. Why I have written here like that? Because we need to check 0, 0. We need to change 0, 0 to 0, 2. Maybe it's little bit very. Okay. 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 So just see this programming. Actually, there is very much noise is coming from the background. So if it is done by yourself, then it is very good, and I will all provide all this programming to you. And if it is done by yourself, then it is very good, or otherwise I will explain these things in next class. Okay, because there is too much noise is coming from the background. So if it is fine, then we can stop our class right now, and we will do that one. Actually, this we have to tell you a little bit in detail that how that 0, 0 is replaced by 0, 2, 0, 1 is replaced by like that. So it's better to go maybe in the next. It's better maybe in the next class we will talk. Just have a look on this programming, and if you can't understand, then just ask me in the next class. I will explain that one, because right now there is. Okay. Just do that one by yourself, and we will stop right now today's class. And obviously, if there is some problem in these cases, then we will talk in the next class. And there are 3 questions in that in your this year program, this year assignment as well. There are 3 questions, and these are very much similar to these questions. So if you understand these questions clearly, then you can have the answer for this new, this year assignment as well. Okay. So I will just give you a little bit on these things. I don't. Okay, fine. So maybe we will just stop today's class right now, because there is so many things are coming. Okay, and in that, how to make a transpose of a matrix, there is one HW I have given here. So I will share all these PPTs and as well as all the programming in the drive, so that you can have a look and do yourself. Okay. Okay, sorry, but I have to stop the class because there are so many noises coming. Okay, so maybe time is already over, so we will meet in the next class, and I hope there will be no problem in the next class. So we will all sort out all the problems, whatever it was there today, and we will meet in the next class. Okay? Is it fine? Okay, so bye bye, good night, and all the notes will be, all the classes will be recorded, and I will upload that class in the YouTube channel. Okay, okay, so tata, bye bye. Just see these things. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Obviously, there is no problem. We will solve the problem together. But as today the time is also over, as well as there are so many noises coming, so that's why I'm stopping today's class. But obviously, the remaining part we will discuss in the next class, if there is some problem. Okay. Okay. So fine. Okay. So.